Welcome to The Harvest, where we connect the farmers and the soil to your food, uncovering magnificent stories which spotlight our beautiful Midwest culture. Today, we are in Platte County, Missouri with Michael Pearl of Pearl Family Farms.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com.
That's My Farm is brought to you in part by Tallgrass Commodities. Big enough to serve, small enough to care.
So we're at Pearl Family Farms and meet Michael,
Hey.
the guru of the farmland. How are you?
I'm great. Glad you can make it out today. It's a wonderful day out today, and you've missed the rain, so really glad you can make it out today.
I'm happy that we missed the rain. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. So you're gonna put me to work today, and I'm super excited about this.
Yeah.
But how many acres do you have, and then how many acres do you farm?
Okay, great question. Our small farm here, it's probably 95 acres. That's would include farming a small amount of soybeans, a small amount of vegetables. When I say small amount, I mean probably 5 or 6 acres of vegetables right now.
Wow.
But we have the capacity to do more, but that's more than enough right now for us.
For you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So I think that let's get me to work. And then I have so many more questions that I want to ask you about this beautiful farm.
Yeah, we have a lot of work to do, so we can jump right in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the straw to help blanch the leeks. So the leeks, what you want when you pull them up, you want a long white stem.
Yeah.
You can either do that with dirt. In this instance, we're going to use the straw to put in between the rows of leeks to blanch them and to have a nice, beautiful white stem when we're harvesting them.
We like
Probably 90 days.
90 days?
Yeah.
To
harvest these, I would imagine.
Really?
Or maybe even 60 or 70 days, but we'll see. They've been in for a month already.
Wow, so you plant these guys pretty early in the year then?
Yeah, they could have been planted in January even, but I didn't plant until late February.
Oh, wow. Now, is this too much?
Yeah, no, it's fine. The rain will knock it down, and that will actually be perfect for us.
For sure. I feel like I'm like tucking these guys in for a nap.
Yeah, you are. You're tucking them in for growth, and this is going to be great.
Tucking them in.
This is going to be great.
Happy little leeks. Now, do you sell predominantly directly to customer?
Yeah.
Or more restaurants?
Customer, at the various markets. What I'm trying to build this thing is where we're doing the restaurant component. We have the direct to customer. Hopefully institutional as well too, with schools. It's really a multi-channel program, direct marketing program.
So we just got finished tucking the leeks in for their little 60-day nap to make the leeks really, really long and make that white part, which is so desirable for all chefs.
Right.
And now, what's next? Where are we going next?
What do you think? We got some great spinach up here we can take a look at, Renee, and actually it's ready to harvest. Ready to harvest, yeah. Let's tell you.
Let's go pick some spinach.
Great vegetable.
Okay.
Sure Crop Fertilizers was started by my father, Don Sherman, and my mother, Shirley Sherman. Family business that started in the 80s. We predominantly focus on plant nutrients and what we can do to give growers better responses with the fertilizer dollars that they do, and what we can do to make those things work better for the grower. We're based out of Seneca, Kansas. We work with growers in their soil analysis to figure out what they need, and then we can put those in a blend that gives them the best results, and so that we can deliver that direct to their farm so that they have those nutrients where they need them, when they need them, and so that they can apply them in a manner that's very efficient to them and works well on their planting systems and what they're doing. Sure Crop Fertilizers has been around for a long time. We always say we're big enough to take care of everything you need, but we're small enough to do it quickly. You can get a hold of us at 1-800-635-4743. Our website is surecropfertilizers.com, and you can always email me at Corey@surecropfertilizers.com, and with any questions you have, we'll be glad to answer and work with you.
Valley Vet Supply is devoted to providing information and professional quality products at reasonable prices.
Valley Vet Supply.
The new Better Horses Network is worldwide. Presented by Lucas Oil, featuring worldwide radio and TV with iconic hosts like Al Dunning, Sharon Camarillo, Ernie Rodina, Lindy Birch, and Craig Cameron. With American Cowboy, Horse and Rider, Brushy Creek, Cavenders, and Ride TV. Worldwide radio and TV, the all-new Better Horses Network.
That's My Farm is brought to you in part by Tallgrass Commodities. Big enough to serve, small enough to care.
So, Michael, let's talk about this spinach here.
Sure.
I love spinach, but only like this, only from the field, because sometimes it gets like it leaves a grittiness in my mouth after I eat it that I don't really like.
Right.
But I've noticed your spinach is flavorful, it's hearty, and I can just eat it like a sack of potato chips.
Right.
You know?
Well, this spinach it's called Bloomsdale. It bolts kind of fast, but it's a really good cold weather spinach. It's tender. This spinach, we don't put any insecticide on it. You're not going to see much insect pressure at all on it. If we use anything, it'll be an organic type of spray, only when necessary.
Yeah. That's tasty.
Yeah, it really is a good spinach, and I can tell you right now, it's ready to be eaten. You see how much we have here. We have several rows. We've marketed several bushels already, and we have several bushels left. And we can get to work and do it if you like.
Heck yeah. Okay, so short stem, right?
Yeah, that's how I like to do it. I just do short stem and just keep my knife off the ground,
center,
off the soil.
Right?
Yeah, off the center if you can.
Because spinach is what they call like a cut and come again.
Yeah,
plant.
it will. And I sometimes I get lazy. I'll cut the whole thing. And you see over there in the other rows where I've cut the whole thing down and it's coming back.
Yeah.
Typically when I harvest the kale, I'll take the outside leaves as well. But these, I'll take all of them. Some
Really?
customers like smaller leaves.
Okay.
But I'll give them a little bit of both. But you'll see over there they go back.
I absolutely love digging in the dirt and being. I'm by far not to your capacity of a farmer by any means.
Right.
But when you came back from New York, was it slightly refreshing for a little bit of time to kind of like get your hands dirty?
Yeah, it was just really refreshing for a lot of the time actually, and certainly it still is. But it's a more intense environment now, and that's okay because we came from an environment where you have to be intense. You have to get the crop in, you have to get it weeded, you have to get the appropriate spraying, you have to take a look at the soil and understand the pH, you have to get a measurement of the soil, you have to look at how much moisture you need, how much water you need, you have to look at what ground is going to support what plants. So it's a lot of moving pieces that the farmer that you really have to own. Now some of the stuff you can you can farm out, if you will, so to speak, or you can contract work out to help with some of those things that you have to do, tillage. But you've got to own the business and the nuts and bolts.
Well,
we're done.
Are we okay with this bucket for right now? We can wash.
We can wash it.
Have an awesome salad.
Tarwater Farm and Home has been family owned and operated since its beginning in 1978. What you need for farm and agriculture, lawn and garden, clothing and footwear, and so much more. You'll be surprised at what you'll find in this huge store. They have what you need and lots of it. So come take a look. You'll discover that customer service is first and foremost. Always has been with the Tarwaters. Tarwater Farm and Home, 4107 North Topeka Boulevard.
I'm Sarah, and this is my husband, Travis.
We both grew up working on family ranches, me in Northern California and Travis in Kansas. We met in college, got married, and took corporate jobs in the beef industry. But soon we realized we missed the production side of the industry.
So we made the daring move to start our own cattle business in southeast Kansas, while also starting our family.
Watch our story and the stories of other young Kansas food producers at kansaslivingmagazine.com/meetafarmer.
That's My Farm is brought to you in part by Tallgrass Commodities. Big enough to serve, small enough to care.
this, we just dunk real quick. I usually use 2 or 3 buckets to dunk it, and then we'll just throw it into
a nice clean
bucket.
crate.
Everything's been sanitized. Again, I'll put maybe a little vinegar in the water to help sanitize and clean everything. I'll put it into a crate, sanitized crate, and you know, if you called me up and say, Mike, I need spinach, we're gonna pick it, you know, at that particular moment. If we're not doing something else, so we're gonna get it to you within, you know, a few hours. We're not gonna, and that's one of the things.
How
I wanted to develop my business was to get it to people as quick as I could, you know, out of the field. I mean, I'm not gonna fool around with, you know, having to refrigerate this on the way. You know, it's 25 minutes, 30 minutes to your restaurant, and we'd have it there, and you guys can take care of the refrigeration.
I think that's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, we're ready for a salad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And we'll be right back with more soil and some awesome farming.
Ag Promo Source is a unique group of marketing specialists with one mission: help your ag business grow. Each affiliate has their own area of expertise, and they work together to bring you advice, products, and services. To get started, visit agpromosource.com. Ag Promo Source. Together we grow.
My name's Karen Cope, and I have multiple sclerosis. When you have MS, on the outside you look great, but you know what's really going on in the inside is chronic body pain, chronic fatigue. And there's lots of days that I'd wake up and say, oh, please God, help me get through this day. You know, after stem cells, Chloe, my youngest daughter, she was asked by my father-in-law, how's your mom doing? And Chloe said, Grandpa, I've never had a mom like this before. Because she was 8 when I was diagnosed, and she really had no other memory of me but being sick. It's really the simple things that we do as a family, like play cards, and to be able to win at cards. You know, they all laugh because I used to repeat myself and say, what hand are we on? You know, where are we at? And it's just been really a true blessing from God, and we're really thankful.
This Medford, New Jersey school bus runs on biodiesel, and so do these. In fact, all of these buses run on clean-burning biodiesel, which is great because the more we use biodiesel in our heavy-duty vehicles, the less carbon pollution in our air. Think how great it would be if more of our school buses ran on biodiesel. More biodiesel, less carbon pollution. More is less. Biodiesel, America's advanced biofuel.
That's My Farm. It's brought to you in part by Tallgrass Commodities. Big enough to serve, small enough to care.
And we're back here on Michael Pearl's farm, Pearl Family Farm, in the middle of your potato field.
Yeah.
So how did you pick the seeds? What varieties do you have? Like, what's going on?
Well, really, I guess the main thing, Renee, in picking the seed is just to get a good quality certified seed from a reputable supplier. So that could be from Colorado to Maine, and these potatoes would represent suppliers from Colorado to Maine, by the way. And what types did I pick? Well, you know, really it comes down to really what the customers like you, what the customers buy, what they want. So in this field, you're going to see fingerlings, 2 or 3 different type of fingerlings potatoes. You're going to see the red and orange. You're going to see Yukons. You're going to see purple Majesty.
Purple Majesty, are my favorite.
Yeah, and so you're going to see about 3 or 4 different types of potatoes here, and a couple other ones in the other field. And so this is probably going to be just a little bit over an acre of potatoes we're going to grow this year, acre and a half maybe. So
does your soil differ widely from this field compared to that field?
Well, it does not differ widely. I think this soil it's a sandy, it's a clay loam soil, so it's made for growing potatoes.
Okay.
I think I have a little bit less weed pressure over here than over there, and so I'll use this for my potatoes. The pH are roughly the same. pH is probably, they'd say a little bit high for potatoes, maybe 7 or 6-8, but they do perfectly fine here. You know, this is great ground. We're not susceptible to any diseases. any funguses, and so we're happy to grow here for the second year in a row.
This ground is pretty historic in a lot of different ways. Our culture, just kind of how the river has shifted over the years. So as a farmer, can you tell kind of the difference in soil here versus some other farms? Do you hear people that have to mend their fields so much, and you're like,
we're fortunate to have really some of the, from other folks' point of view as well too, best ground in the bottom. This is really good sandy loam growing ground. The ground changes, from perhaps field to field. There's some ground that's really hard to plow. We called that gumbo growing up, and really hard to put a plow to. But this, you can really get through it quickly. It's full of nutrients. It's getting a lot of nutrients from, from the mountains. We're in a valley, so it's nutrient rich. And doing the soil test on it, the calcium, the boron, everything is there naturally. So, in answer to your question, really did not have to amend this soil at all.
That's awesome.
That's the great thing. And so, but however, the potatoes tend to grow in a little bit, I should say, maybe poorer soil where the pH is a little bit lower.
Okay.
But I think I've proven that wrong, and we do quite well here on the potatoes.
You provide my restaurant, Harvest, with lots and lots of potatoes. So, and they're delicious. So I'm going to say that you're doing something very well. Now, okay, let's go through the growing a potato process.
Sure.
I have, I try to plant things all the time. And potatoes are one of the things that not going to happen. So where are we at, like right now? What have you already done right now with all of these?
Just real quickly, how this is all started. I'll try to be quick as possible. But I'm going to start with cutting the potatoes. Make sure there's I have 2 or 3 eyes, and each time you cut a potato, I go ahead and take a potato. I dust it with sulfur. That's to ensure or to keep down any fungus, any bacteria. Help ward off that. You're going to plant these on raised beds. Some people don't, but I plant them on raised bed to keep the potatoes out of the moisture. Potato will reach down, the tubers will reach down, they'll grab the nutrients that they need. About this height, as a matter of fact, as soon as you guys are gone later on this evening, I'm going to be hilling the potatoes. So I'm going to be throwing dirt up on the potatoes and ridging them higher to help the potatoes grow, to help the tubers. It'll help potatoes, if they're showing, so you don't get any green potatoes, which you can't eat. So the hilling process will happen twice during the course of the season. The most critical part of this is the hilling process, as far as I'm concerned.
Now, how long from planting the seed until harvest does it take approximately?
Great question. Depends on what type of potatoes we're going to harvest.
Okay.
Now, most of the restaurants, a lot of consumers, they prefer the B-size potatoes.
The little cute ones
the new potatoes,
Yeah, that you barely have to do anything with in order to cook them. Yes.
So the new potatoes, and so these potatoes would have been planted March the 17th or March the 16th.
Okay.
So you're going to expect to get potatoes, probably new potatoes, within the next 30 days.
Oh, wow. So it's pretty quick.
Yeah, 30 days. March, could be 70 days, 75 days or so. But you can expect to get new potatoes around that range, and I suspect 30 days or so after these start blooming, we'll have new potatoes. These haven't bloomed yet, but they're in good shape. As you can see, you don't see any insect pressure on these things, no bacteria, and so it's looking so far so good.
So how do you harvest the potatoes? There's a lot of different ways for big producers to harvest them, which might not be as healthy as the way that you do them.
What I'll do, and you do it with the sweet potatoes as well too, I'll go in and when it's time, I'll just mow the tops of these.
Okay.
Right? Mow the tops of these, allow them sometimes to sit in the soil for a week or so that skin will set, the new skin will set, and it won't be all scratchy.
Okay.
You won't bruise it while handling it. So you allow the skin to set, and I have a potato harvester, a machine I actually just got that'll come through and mechanically pull potatoes to the top, and just like a conveyor. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, that's how we do it, and we're almost there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so That's how you handle a potato field. We'll have more in just a few.
Hi, I'm Kim Mandarin with Hardy Insurance. I'm here to help you with all of your farm and ranch needs. When it comes to protecting your operation and your family, you need a name you can trust at a price you can afford. Call me today or visit hardyaviationins.com.
Welcome to our Bar B, 8,000 plus square feet Western store with something for everyone in the family. We have boots, belts, hats, jeans, anything you could want to outfit you and your horse. Come visit our line of saddles. We have 400 plus new and used saddles in stock. We offer tack, grooming supplies, headstalls, breast collars, you name it, we've got it for you and your horse. That's our Bar B, 1 mile east of Highway 4 on Northeast 39th. Our Bar B, where Western is a way of life.
As fourth-generation farmers themselves, Heinen Brothers Ag Service understands the risk and rewards of farming. So when it comes to quality aerial and ground application, fertilizer, ag chemicals, and anhydrous ammonia, call Heinen Brothers Ag today, 800-760-4964.
That's My Farm is brought to you in part by Tallgrass Commodities. Big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Welcome back to the harvest, and we are going to plant cabbage.
Cabbage, yeah.
Okay, so your field, like you're in the middle of planting right now.
Yeah, yep.
So we have some, and you just like go back through with this little guy?
Yeah, I mean, the field typically would use a mechanical transplanter for these, but we just have a part of a row to do here, and we'll just open up some holes and we'll put the cabbage in, and we're not going to water them. Typically we'd water them, but it's going to rain, and the pots and the cells have been watered already, but
okay.
It's going to rain. I think we'll be okay.
Okay, that was like the easiest soil I've ever dug up, ever. So I feel like the cabbage are going to be very happy in the soil. Okay, so you started these cabbage, right?
Well, actually, this pot right here, actually, my neighbor started for me, but I've started probably over 200 or 300 cabbages. We're probably going to plant 400 or 500 heads of cabbage. That's not a lot, but that's enough, and we'll plant another round in the fall as well.
Okay.
So we'll have some purple cabbages.
Lots of cabbage.
Yeah, and so
right.
what we're going to do is I pinched them back a little bit, so you just turn the pot over to get as much as you can.
All that good soil?
Yeah, you want to get as much of the root ball as you can out of there.
All right.
All we're going to do is just bury them up to the first leaf, and that'll give it a little strength. So I'll just show you. We're going to take it, sit it there, and I'm not going to worry about putting any water on it, as I mentioned, because the root ball is still damp, and we expect showers. So.
Okay, so you're not too terribly concerned about it.
Yeah, about not putting the water in.
I feel like, okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I think you're fine. We'll just, again.
I'm going to do this one down here.
Yeah, go ahead, do that one.
So your farm is historic culturally as well. Yeah. So your great-great-grandfather purchased this land, is that right?
Well, actually, we first, I guess, we came to Platte County. It was my great-great-grandfather, probably in 1830. Mm-hmm. He was a slave.
So once he was released and a free man, he was like, I'm totally having a farm.
Yeah, I imagine that's why he felt.
I'm doing it. I'm going to grow my own food.
And was able to live independently and able to purchase this in a great location.
Well, Michael Pearl, thank you so much for
having
us on your farm and letting me plant some of this awesome food for people.
We appreciate the work.
This has just been a really great day, and I wish the best of luck, and I can hardly wait to get these cabbage, potatoes, leeks, everything. Oh, spinach, of course.
Yeah, I think you're going to take home some spinach.
I think I am. And also, we're going to bring it back to my restaurant at Harvest. So thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.
Closed captioning brought to you by Ag Promo Source. Together we grow. Learn more at agpromosource.com.